Hello and welcome back to Logo Ludwig's. I know it's been a minute. Let's catch up. As you guys can see, I am officially 9 months pregnant, and it is insane just how quickly this entire pregnancy has gone by. As you can tell by the title of this video, this is officially going to be my pack my pregnancy go bag with me. Now, let's bring it right on over and get into it. For my go bag, I was actually very, very lucky and very, very blessed where my amazing sister-in-law actually helped me put it together, and someone gifted us the backpack version of this print, and I just couldn't say no to it. So I'm excited to go through it with you guys. I've had this packed for about 3 or 4 weeks now, but I haven't shared it with you, so let's get into it. Now, the first thing that you're gonna see with our hospital bag are slippers. Now, if you guys know me, I love to be cozy. I just want to be comfy. I do not just want to be wearing socks all the time. So these were actually gifted to me by my sister-in-law. They have little cows on them. And then in addition to being cozy, I may have overdone it on the socks. I want to make sure that I don't run out. These specific socks actually do have the little grippies at the bottom, so I know that this is going to be very essential, and plus they're so pretty. Next thing in terms of coziness is actually going to be my blanket. Now, this is one of the blankets that I typically like to sleep with at home. I do know when it comes to the labor and delivery suites, they do provide you with blankets, but I wanted to have something that I know is going to be like from home. I'm also going to be packing my personal like pillow, because one thing about me is I'm very picky with pillows, and if I don't have my own, I am not going to sleep. Next thing is we have nursing bras. I know what you're thinking, Taylor. That's a lot. I know, but I wanted to go ahead and just have a little bit of variety, because when it comes to nursing, there's a lot of chance where you might leak through some of your bras. So I did want to go ahead and pack 4, which they're budgeting our hospital stay to be around 2 days or 2 nights. So I'm assuming that that's going to probably be like a couple for a couple a night. Now, the next thing is going to be more for postpartum, but this right here is a belly binder, or as commonly known as a faja. This is going to be something where once baby is out, once we go ahead and bring them into the world, this is going to go ahead and help basically kind of snatch your stomach back into place. Recovery belts are very important because in terms of your organs, they're kind of like all mushy and jello, and so once baby comes out, you want to be able to kind of have this on hand postpartum, because this is indeed get back to fighting shape, if you know what I'm saying. Now, next things are going to be PJs. Now, I was very, very lucky for my PJ game because I had a lot of people gift me some, but also I wanted to bring some from home. The first set is just going to be my classic black cozy set. This is one of my favorite pajamas known to man. And then these two are actually going to be, I call them Ebenezer pajamas, where basically they have no pants. You almost have a muumuu, and this is going to be a pink one and then a gray one. I also went ahead and purchased my own labor and delivery gown. Now, this is going to be really popular amongst a lot of first-time moms, because in the back you can see they do have the buttons, so they have like the area for like the epidural if someone needs to check you. It's just kind of easier. They do of course provide you with your own labor and delivery gown, but it's used, it's scratchy, and I just wanted something that was going to be a little bit more chic and a little bit more comfortable. I also went ahead and started packing some of my toiletries because I did want to make sure that I had that stuff kind of situated. This first one is actually going to be my skincare routine. Now, you guys know I am religious with my skincare routine, and birth is going to be no different. So I went ahead and emptied a lot of my skincare into this, and I want to show you guys what this specifically looks like. First thing, as you can see here, these are like the little reusable ones. I like that there's a lot of structure to them, but if you go ahead and zoom in right there, you can see that I have actual labels on it. So I have my facial cleanser here, I have my makeup remover here, I have my body wash in here as well. This is of course going to be moisturizer, and then this is going to go ahead and be chapstick, which I've really been struggling with chapped lips during this pregnancy. They do say it's a hormone thing, but I wanted to make sure I brought this, and it does come in a nice little case. Now, like I mentioned earlier, my sister-in-law is literally one of the best humans known to man. Brittany, if you're watching this, I absolutely adore you. But she went ahead and actually pre-packed some of my essentials. So she reached out to Jake to find out what are some of the things that like I need, that I use. So she ended up packing this really cute little like care package for me. Your shampoo, your conditioner. This is also going to have a bunch of like lotions in here. There is a brand new toothbrush that's in here. There's flossers that are in here, my hair oil that I constantly use, and then of course mouthwash. So she went ahead and put this in a really beautiful little monogram bag for me, so I am going to be able to actually feel like a freaking human with all of the essentials, which was super, super sweet of her. Next thing that I went ahead and got is actually going to be a dry shampoo. Now, this one is the biggest dry shampoo I've ever seen, but for those of you who are wondering, this is the brand that I do use. I use Amika a lot as well, but I like that one because it has the darker tone to it, and so I don't have like that little ashy kind of situation going on there. Second thing is I am going to go ahead and bring a heating pad. Heating pads have been a total game changer for me during this pregnancy. I've been dealing with a lot of round ligament pain and a lot of lower back like sciatica pain, and so I wanted to bring my own heating pad and not have to rely on like comfy warm blankets that can get very hot very quickly. Next thing is I am going to bring my little beach waiver. Now, during labor, obviously I don't know what shape I'm going to be in. I'm going to bring my waiver, and I am going to bring my hair straightener because obviously I'm going to try and film as much as I can for you guys. There are some rules that we unfortunately are going to have to follow. Recording is going to be one of them, but I am going to try and get some photos, and I want to make sure that I'm looking, looking cute. Next thing is going to be this really cute little pouch that says mom on it. When I open this up, this is going to have like little makeup removers in there. It's going to have my little deodorant. I also have this little portable razor, which I will be able to use, and then also little cotton rounds. Next thing is going to be more along the lines for mom, and so I went ahead and wanted to make sure that I packed a lot of the stuff that I know that I am going to need, especially post-labor. So one of the brands that I've really been falling in love with during pregnancy is Frida Mom and Frida Baby. They have an amazing postpartum line, which for those of you who don't know postpartum, there's certain things that mommy is going to be able to need. So there's like foam that I'm going to use. There's like a little peri bottle. Pads are going to be very important as well, and these ones look extremely comfortable. And then this is also going to be like little pad liners as well. I went ahead and also packed this guy, which are reusable little boy shorts, which these guys are going to be really important because things might be leaking, things might not be staying where they're supposed to be, and so this is going to be one of the nice things that I'll be able to bring and just, make sure that mom is taken care of as well as baby. Next thing is actually going to be a little phone charger. Now, I went ahead and picked this one because, first off, let me show you. This is extremely long. Like, this is a very long cable, which is going to be important because obviously you want to be able to like have access to like your phone and be able to like bring all of your fun jazz and whatnot. But I went ahead and packed that guy. And then I also have my going home outfit. Now, this one is actually from Skims. I went ahead and got the fold over pants, and then I got kind of like the little baby tee that's over here. I'm excited to be able to wear things again that are more my style and not maternity, because this outfit right here, not maternity, and you can tell just because little bump is indeed bumping. Now, the one thing I am not going to show you guys, I am going to gatekeep it, is my son's going home outfit. It is absolutely adorable, and I want to be able to keep it a surprise for you guys, but rest assured, it's probably as cute, if not cuter than what you're thinking, so. Next thing that I'm bringing is going to be like things to kind of entertain myself. I am going to be bringing my Kindle. I also am obviously going to be bringing my phone. I'm going to make sure that I do bring the camera. Again, I am hoping to film as much as I can, but I also want to be respectful to other mommies that are also delivering their baby. So we're going to have to like get a little bit creative, but also, follow the rules a little bit. And then some of the other things that we're going to go ahead and pack are going to be like snacks for myself and for Jake. We do have to pack his go bag because if he's going to be staying overnight, which of course he will be, we need to make sure we pack his pillow. I need to make sure that I am going to bring his clothes so that way he's nice and comfortable, because the last thing I want is for him to be uncomfortable too, because I've seen those bids that they have for the dads, and they're tight. They're a little tiny. I also had a lot of people that were actually asking for my registry, not just to like, be generous and do gifts and whatnot, which I do not expect by any means, but just to see some of the items that we went ahead and put on there. I am gonna do a separate video for first time moms of like all of the things that were like my must haves and everything, but also like a bougie baby haul. I've been meaning to do that for a hot second now, but pregnant, so she's a little bit tired, folks. And honestly, I'm kind of glad I'm doing this because I'm repacking it better than the first time. So just to do a little catch up with you guys, baby is measuring perfectly well. He is actually projected to be about 8 pounds, which I know what you're thinking. 8 pounds? I'm also thinking exactly what you're thinking. I am almost 75% effaced, which basically means my cervix is pretty malleable, which is a good thing. Once you're at 100%, it's essentially a little bit easier in terms of pushing. Some of the things that I have been doing to prep myself for labor, I have been drinking the raspberry leaf tea. I haven't really been super diligent with dates. I don't know, I just kind of didn't really like the texture, so kind of put that down. Tons of walking. I have done curb walking. It sucks. I don't recommend it, but also I do recommend it because apparently that kind of helps. I have been bouncing on my little pregnancy yoga ball, which has been great. And I think the biggest piece of feedback that I can give, especially for like first time moms, is there is a level of pressure that you do feel because once you start kind of getting in like that final stretch time, a lot of people start reaching out to you. A lot of people start saying, hey, like, how's it going? Is baby here yet? X, Y, and Z, which I appreciate because obviously I know they're excited. But for us personally, I know that I'm going to want to have a lot of privacy during this time. And so we have actually made a rule that we will not be taking hospital visitors. I know. Hot take. The reason why we're doing that is because we want to make sure that we're as focused on each other as possible. The only people that we are going to be letting know that we are in labor are going to be our direct family, which is essentially moms, dads, maybe some best friends, and that's going to be it. Because the last thing that I want is essentially us having to be responsible for doing updates for our family or for people, and it's going to take away from the experience of us bonding with baby, but also Jake possibly having to be there for me because labor and delivery can be a very scary thing, and I want to make sure that we're both prepped and that we're fully immersed with each other and we don't have any of those distractions. In terms of how mom is doing, let's talk Mrs. Loco. I am very good. I've done a very good job of updating you guys via TikTok, so if you guys don't already, make sure you follow me over there. But what I'm going through right now at 38 weeks with only 2 weeks to go, I am dealing with a lot of lower back pain. So like my sciatica, if I am sitting down for a very long time, I do feel my back kind of start to lock up. So heating pads have been an absolute must for me. And also round ligament pain. So for those of you who don't know, your round ligaments, basically you actually have 4. You have ligaments like right up here in your shoulder blades, and then you also kind of have them in your hips. My left one has been strained for quite some time. We do actually have an OB appointment later today, and I am 99% sure that I did indeed pull this muscle. But again, really the only thing that you can do is you rest, you use hot compresses, you use your heating pad on like a very warm setting, and then of course Tylenol. I recently went ahead and put out a video on TikTok that gained a lot of traction, which I do want to talk about a little bit here. It's over 100,000 views right now, and I ended up essentially going to Starbucks and I went ahead and picked up this drink that they call labor inducing. Now, obviously, as I'm sure you guys with, common sense growing in your garden, technically speaking, there is no drink that can induce you. The only thing that can induce you is obviously going to be when your baby is ready to go, or if you have your medical professional, you have to go for some type of medical reason to officially induce you. So I went ahead and went on TikTok, made this video, and essentially said at 36 weeks, I'm going to go ahead and drink this drink. Now I will say this, because I'm trying to be kind and, Jesus-like. I essentially sparked outrage amongst the mommy community. Say what you want. There are conversations that my doctor and I are going to have that I am not going to share on TikTok or I'm not going to share on here. I am very grateful to be able to have a following and have a platform and be able to kind of have that community follow and reach out to me via TikTok. But I am also going to set a boundary where unless you are my OB, unless you are my doctor, unless you are on my nursing staff and you're aware of exactly what my pregnancy has looked like, commenting on any woman's body, especially a pregnant woman, makes absolutely zero sense to me. When you're pregnant, I feel like a lot of people are very comfortable being able to come up to you and try and grab your belly or make comments on your body or comment on how big your bump is, how little your bump is. Oh my God, do you have twins in there? Oh, you're ready to pop. As a first time mom, I don't think people geared me up enough for this. And so, me being completely honest with you guys, no matter your intentions, leave them alone. It's very easy to just look and be like, you're carrying beautifully or you're doing great. That's it. You carry on, you move up about your day. Seeing that TikTok go as crazy as it did and having over 3,000 comments of people basically wanting to comment on my pregnancy was eye-opening to say the least. So I am officially going to be telling you guys here on YouTube, not TikTok, so you guys are getting an exclusive. We will not be posting baby's face. I have shared so much of my life with you guys. I've shared so much of my marriage, but a boundary that I am setting is I do not feel comfortable sharing my son's face online. Now, is this something that in the future as he gets bigger, is it going to change? It might, but as a baby, I've done so much research and the biggest priority that I have as a first-time mom is I want to be able to protect my son and protect my family. I feel like the biggest thing that I'm learning in terms of pregnancy is like setting boundaries of being like, this is how it's going to be, this is what we're comfortable with. If you don't like that, then that's fine. But I am so grateful for the journey that motherhood is providing for me, because genuinely, if I already feel this strongly in terms of like protecting and loving and nurturing, I can only imagine what it's going to be like when he officially gets here. So that was just a little bit of like a pregnancy update, life update, controversy update. Hi, I am so excited for baby boy to officially get here. I am counting down the damn days, the seconds, the minutes, absolutely everything in order to officially meet him. And I cannot wait to be able to share him in our own way with you guys. But I did just want to thank you guys for all of the support and honestly just respecting our privacy during this time and allowing us to post at a leisure pace. But ultimately, it means the absolute world that you guys are going to be here for the remainder of this journey. And I wanted to say that I love you guys. And as always, make sure that you guys like the video, you guys subscribe, you guys turn all the bell notifications on so you get to see when baby boy is officially going to be here. I hope you guys are having the best day wherever you're watching this. You guys know the drill. Be kind to yourself and stay loco. Bye!